Calling you a radical. This is a real historic, important video. So get your fucking Wildcat mask on. So, Gone Johnson. So, a snowball's chance in fucking hell. Write a book, Kevin. Dr. Burrows always tells me he's 98. Kevin, when are you going to finish those books? I says, working on it. He says, you've been saying that for 35 fucking years. Gone Johnson. So, this is important from a little Flutie to a Gone Johnson, Big Johnson. So this is real historic and important. A snowball's chance in fucking hell. Get your snowballs, dirty fucking. The most corrupt football program in the United States. Johnson was on that team, the turnaround. He's watched this from the worst team to him setting this NFL fucking record. It's one of the great turnarounds in all of culture, in sport history. I told Jay Hill when he rolled in here, are you crazy? Do you realize what you're up against? The NCAA gave him the death penalty. Sex for grades, fucking, you name it. It's been going on for decades. I worked for Bruce Handley. Bruce Handley, you can look it up. The famous quote. I'm standing next to him when he made the famous quote at the Wattis Curse. This is the only football stadium named after a woman. The Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate built this. Remember when I did the play-by-play here for years? Oh, God, you got to get this shirt off, Kev. Remember, I mean, he's from Sacramento. He's from No Cow. Him and Lord. So, this is historic and important. Talk about a book. So, I used to do the play-by-play here for the radio station. Oh! God, Jarek, that's your good can, too. Hard, Harding. You gotta go with that lift. So this is real important. That's your good can. God, you're a dumbass. I have to break out the good stuff for this. Most corrupt football program in the United States, bar none, given the death penalty. In the 90s, I did the due diligence on here. I was a student professor here, the #1 school business in the United States. Bruce Handley, who was probably the greatest football player that ever played on this football field, one of them. He was the dean of the business school, Wattis. I worked for him. He just died. He donated his brain to the NCAA Foundation that studies brain injuries. What's the chances of turning this corrupt football program, putting seats in the stands and getting this profitable and turning this thing around? Bruce Handley. A snowball's chance in hell. I was standing next to him when he made the statement. I was on the due diligence. He voted to kill it, to get rid of it. Bleeding $25 million a year, missing fucking money, nobody watching, corrupt. By the way, it's a 100-year-old legendary football program. Scott Shields is in the Ring of Hot Fire, or Hall of Fame Ring of Fire. There's a Freudian slip. Jamie Martin. Probably about the 100th best player that ever played here. Well, how can the athletic department's still corrupt here? The football coach isn't. I mean, what he's done here is legendary. Same with basketball with Randy. They're good coaches. Not only this, these are the local players, so many of them. So, Taron's gone, I used to say. I used to do the play-by-play for KWCR, the beat of Ogden, the beat 88.1, famous, legendary radio station. Hundreds of famous, belongs to the community, right? One of the most famous, iconic things of Ogden, Utah, ever. 88, the beat. I did the play-by-play off and on. Sit right there, the most beautiful stadium in the country. It sunsets over the Great Salt Lake at sunset on this stadium when the evening games. And the sun's right there. It's so, take your breath away. You think they knew that when they designed that? Oh, yeah. These people these legends that were here, they're all gone, they're all dead. The athletic department's corrupt as fucking hell here. So, the radio station, that's what's left of the radio signal right there, the tower. Tore it down. They sold it. The Board of Regents sold it. It belongs to the community. Illegally, corrupt as fucking hell. They would have never got away with it, but I was in the bone marrow transplant center dying of cancer at the fucking time. They sold it? Yeah. Yeah. So we went digital. Under digital copyright publish, you don't have to watch your language on things. I mean, this is it was probably the most powerful college radio station in the country. They took it all on. We took it all on. Manny Gonzalez asked me, he says, Kevin, will you please do the sports play-by-play, blah, 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 blah. I said, are you kidding? Fuck these guys. No, so I did. So I'll tell you a great story when Gon Johnson's playing right here, and I don't think they won a fucking game. They were that bad when he first got here. I'm sitting right there trying to do the play-by-play. My grandson, I'm just coming out of, I've been fighting leukemia, as you know. And my grandson was born the same month as Fukushima. Remember I used to call it here the Diablo Canyon Bowl when they play Kyle Poly? When they play UC Davis, I'd call it the Marine Biologist fucking Pacific Genocide fucking Bowl. So I'm right there trying to watch my grandson, fucking trying to do the play-by-play. He gets loose. He's a little wildcat. He runs down onto the track. I'm like, oh, God, no. During the game, he's got through the gate. He's on the track. Thank God the cheerleaders rounded him up. So when I would do the play-by-play in those days, the cheerleaders would babysit my grandson. I'm friends with the mascot here. I'm still really close friends with him. Can't tell him his name. He's the national mascot of the year. 2-3. He's incredible. Fantastic person. We're close friends. What an athlete. He's the best athlete on this campus. So this is important. So Kevin Dyson's from here. So this 20-year hellhole cycle. Oh, sport doesn't mirror culture. Kobe Bryant's trainer used to train here, one of his trainers. He told me a long time ago, he says, Kevin, Kobe Bryant's a lot like you. He says he's got intuitive mind. He's a numbers guy, Kobe Bryant. Isn't it amazing how sport will tell the tale of culture before it ever happens? My little granddaughter named Gigi. They named her before that, born that day. Yeah, the 26th of January. You cannot make it out. So Gon Johnson, the Music City Miracle, January 11th, that incredible day, 2000. I held their hand as they loaded him in the body bag that night. I'll never forget that play. Kevin Dyson from here. Oh, he played at the U. He's from here. So does Zach Moss, played at the U, but Taron's gone. Played here. Snowballs chance in hell. The greatest turnaround in sport history. So he turned it around. God, it's cold. What a cycle, huh? God, it's cold. Don't talk about Fukushima. This is the campus that built the reactor of Fukushima, Japan. You talk construction. This is the house. Why do you think it's named after a woman? She's the heir to the new. Their family's great. She left all that money here. By the way, Dr. Hurst, who drew the logo on it, Dr. Hurst is that's an honorary PhD. He's still alive. He's almost 90-something years old. He drew the logo. Dr. Lambros is still alive here. I shook Bobby Kennedy's hand right there 5 days before he gave to Martin Luther King. So if you go with that speech, Jerry, God, you did it that good, can. Oh, yeah. He's playing in the Czech Republic. So, there's a player here named Trevon Smith. Black Lives Matter was started here on this campus by Kevin Blanche. It was called, it turned into the Million Mass March. It was called the Post-Ignorance Project. It was based on the death of Danielle Willard. Trevon Smith, the all-time leading rusher in the history of this school. Where's his fucking name on the fucking wall? McBride. Fuck, he was terrible. All he did is abuse the fuck out of his players. Go ask Jay Hill. I did the play-by-play. I get fired for because I say fuck the NCAA. They're so fucking corrupt. They're disgusting. So how do I get fired from a job that doesn't fucking pay? They sold off the fucking signal. That's because we were such good resistance. The powerhouse fucking radio station in Ogden, Utah. A powerhouse. KWCR 88, The Beat. Gone. Illegally. Corrupt as hell. Never forget this. 2019. I'm born on the 4th of July. Trevon Smith, local, Utah. All-time leading rusher in the history of this fucking... How about Wildcat Morris? Oh, he played it. How about Watt McCaskey, first player of color in the history of the fucking NBA? Oh, here. Well, how about Thon McKay Brody? Blackball me. Fuck. It's outrageous. This is a book published. I used to do the play-by-play. I used to watch fucking Taron Smith, Eric Johnson, his Big Johnson. You remember Bum Phillips benched Doug Flutie in 1999-2000. Went on that winning streak. He benched his little Flutie for that Big Johnson. They got beat on the Music City Miracle. That's Kevin Dyson. Remember the tackle on the fucking in the end zone? Remember that tackle? Dyson gonna fucking win it for the Rams. I mean, remember that? The Music City Miracle, too. That's the greatest play I've fucking seen in 30, 40 years, Buffalo. What a... Yeah, here, Weber State. The greatest turnaround in fucking athletic history. I was such a big part of it, but because fuck the NCAA. The NCAA is so fucking corrupt. You know, I knew it. For every one, I mean, I was so thrilled. I used to call his name so many fucking times when I used to do the play-by-play. All these players know me. The water's curse. Same with basketball. If Lillard turns his back, they'll turn their back on me. You know, I don't give a fuck. Just like the school did. Fighting for my life full of cancer. What a story. I was here before they got here. I'll be here when they're gone. To Johnson. We go from a little Flutie to gone. If they'd left Flutie on the fucking field, they'd won it then. But no. That's the play of the fucking decade. That's the play of the fucking... That's the biggest play in fucking sport since the Music City Miracle. Yeah, Kevin Dyson's from here. Zach Moss is on that team, University of Utah. What a clown circus that is. It's a fucking joke. By the way, the young man, the great player from Texas they had there, he was incredible. Incredible young player at the University of Utah. His mother died of cancer last year. You know, he's dead. Accidental shooting or suicide, I don't know, but it's a heartbreaking fucking story. The U is trying to become Alabama. They're corrupt as fuck. These are a lot of local players. This play, I used to call his fucking name all the time. This is from the worst. He was on that worst fucking team. He experienced this turnaround. It's incredible. I always knew he was that good. They have a whole bunch of players like that here. You know, it's D2 football, not D1. D1's fucking professional football. This is still a tournament. I'm doing the play-by-play in the end zone when they played Maine. Big fave, 14-point fave. It's so fucking cold. This is when they're trying to get rid of us. They don't like us at KW Community Radio. Stick us in the fucking end zone. They give credentials to the Maine fucking. They fly all the way here. They got us into me and Cole in the fucking end zone. I remember I couldn't feel my fucking toes. Of course, we don't get winters here anymore. The fucking grass is growing here. The grass is growing at Weber State fucking right now. All post-Fukushima. The Diablo Canyon Bowl, I used to call it when they played Cal Poly. Remember when I used to call it the UC Davis, the Marine fucking, the Great Pacific Genocide Bowl? UC Davis. He's from that region. Bodega Bay. What a fucking play. What a fucking story. What a fucking crazy time we live in. As Trump is testing nuclear weapons above ground. I tried to tell you, I got video footage at Idaho National Lab right here. The NRC, this is the house that the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate built. That's why it's named after her. This is the University of GE. Trump's testing nuclear weapons. What a fucking play, huh? What a snowball's chance in hell. The water's curse. I've been here the whole fucking time. Blackball me. They sell off the fucking radio signal because the beat was so powerful. Fuck the NCAA. I still say it. The fucking attorney, fucking oligarchs. Community pays for it. This is state. This is state. This is state university. Owned by the community. State radio. Owned by the community. Board of Regents sells it off illegally because they lost all their money on their GE stock. I fucking begged them to sell it when I fucking used to. The School of Business, student professor. They could have paid for my leukemia bill. Well, they didn't. 1.8 million. Broke me. Number one school of business in the United States when I was a student professor there. Dr. fucking Handley. They're last. Look it up. Don't go see the Dalai Lama. The most corrupt football program in the United States, bar none. Given the death penalty. Sex for grades. 2 different fucking people. It was pathetic. Jody Sears, the worst coach in the history of the thing. Jay Hill rolls in here. I'm like, you know what you're up against? Yeah. Oh, he's done it. I mean, they lost that game to Maine. They lost fucking on that crazy play, on that blocked fucking field goal. 2017. He was on the field. You know, Gone Johnson. From Dyson to Gone Johnson. What a fucked up fucking journey this has been in fucking War Machine. The #1 school business in the United States. To dead last. How's that even? Don't go see the Dalai Lama. Look it up. Look it up. Okay. American canned. Yeah. That's here. It was invented here. It was invented here. All right. Come on, Harding, Jerry. God, I've never been so fucking thrilled as I was last night. A Snowball's Chance in Hell. A book. Publish. They sold the fucking signal. These corrupt fuckers. That's what marine biologist Dr. Winters mentored me. Here. The only real marine biologist in the United States. The truth. Probably even more fucking powerful than fucking Doc Ricketts himself. Kevin Blanche. KWCR fucking radio on the call. Gone. Fired. Fuck the NCAA. I've never been so thrilled for him. Fucking never been. What a story. By the way, Josh Allen, when I was doing the play-by-play, played at Wyoming. Wyoming was terrible. I knew how good he was. I used to argue with people. I says, no, them Bills. I says, oh, no. They got talent. You know, Taron Johnson's on this team. There's one of the coaches that's there. You know, Josh Allen. He was so good at Wyoming. Wyoming's fucking program's been terrible for years. What has it got to do with nuclearism? Just everything. What has it got to do with culture? Just everything. Grass growing in January. Grass growing in January. One more chime. Fucking talk about dirty. Kevin Blanche, Snowballs, Chance in Hell. What a story. I'm so thrilled for him. I'm fucking so excited. Play of the fucking this century, no doubt. Stand tuned.